With Gemini and Gmail, get details from your Google Drive files right in your inbox. Just tag a file, and AI can help find the answers by doing the searching for you.
Thank you so much, Jake. So this morning, former rock star member of Bad Company, Paul Cullen, is here to tell us about his wine venture. Cullen's wines are sold throughout Delaware and Maryland and started when he became a private chef. And today, his wines from Italy are sold all over the Delmarva area, and he's brought some of his products to show us this morning. Good morning.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for starting our day off with some wine. We are just showing today. But yeah, so tell us just a little bit about the background of your company, because you got an interesting story.
Yeah, so the background is I played with the rock band Bad Company in the early 90s. I used to have long black hair. Now I'm just happy I have hair.
We're holding strong.
Yes, yep. So I did that, and then I came to this area about 23 years ago on vacation, the Lewis area, Lewis, Rehoboth, and I just fell in love with the area, and I met who's now my wife, Bonnie, on the last night of my vacation, so I moved back 10 days later. So I've been in this area. I've played music all over, and then about 10 years ago, I started as a private chef. And I started cooking for people in their homes. I think the first year I did like 15 events in their homes. So I'd come to your house, I cook for you, Italian. My mom was full-blooded Italian. And then I pour wines. Now I pour mine, but I used to pour my friends' wines from Italy. And then I play a concert afterwards. So yeah, so it's a dinner and a concert in your house.
It's a whole experience.
Yeah,
I love that.
So that was 10 years ago. We did 15 events, and last year we did 220. So in different people's homes, and I've been to Costa Rica, I've been to Aspen, I cooked for the Pernod Ricard group. They own Jameson's Irish Whiskey and Absolute Vodka. And so people are flying us, to go cook for them, and I cook in Florida, Texas, wherever. And then mainly around here in the summer, because, we have the summer resort here.
Yes.
So from Lewis down to Ocean City is kind of our wheelhouse. And we could do up to 6 or 7 events, throughout the summer, a week during the summer. Yeah.
Wow. And so obviously that has kind of blossomed into, part of why we're here today. So how did that kind of experience influence now your wine that we have here? I mean, we love our local wines.
For sure. So all my wines are from Italy, and these are all friends of mine that I used to use their wines, for my events. So I became friends with them, and I worked for an Italian wine importer about 14 years ago, so I created relationships from then also, which are coming back into fold now. So a lot of the wines that I have coming up, because we have 7 now, and then we're going to be adding more next year, are people that I've met and relationships I've created in Italy. Wow. And also, because I'm not busy enough, we actually take people on vacation too. Yeah, we just got back from a luxury cruise. We took 65 people from Rome to Barcelona. Wow. Which included Sardinia and Corsica and Sicily and all that. And I have Cuba coming up again in April. So earlier this year, we took 44 people to Cuba. And so it's all kind of working food, wine, music, travel.
Food, wine, music, travel. I like that. That's the tagline.
Yeah, so I'm definitely not retired, even though I'm at the retirement age.
Never.
Yeah,
Work never stops.
Yeah.
But so when it comes to these wines, obviously being a private chef, I feel like you have a little bit of a leg up on, pairings, and we have Thanksgiving coming up. So, we could put these wines to use.
For sure. And I think I love all my wines, but I'm in love with this one. This is Lambrusco. Okay. So it's a dry, fizzy, cold red wine, which is really unusual. It only comes from the Emilia-Romagna region, which is above Tuscany, and that's known for Parmesan cheese, prosciutto, and balsamic vinegar. They have to be from there in order to be called that. And Lambrusco is only grown in that region, which is pretty common for Italian varietals or grapes. They find, over the last couple hundred years, they find out what grape grows the best in what area, and then they go ahead and start producing it that way. And then this grape just happens to be, sparkling, which is really cool. And it's cold. You serve it cold, so it's kind of like a red Prosecco. And goes great with, I love it during Thanksgiving, stuffing, turkey, cranberries, it all works really well together. Although it works really good with pizza and burgers too.
Good to know.
So pretty much anything you're eating, you could probably pour Lambrusco.
Good to know. I mean, how can you use some of that experience when, showcasing these wines here? Because, it's authentic. I mean, Italian wine, it doesn't get any more authentic.
It really
than that.
doesn't, you know, and I always pair, there's a science to it, right? But I always look at the region, say like Arnaise is grown in the northern part of Italy, so it has in the foot of the Alps, so it has minerality and peach and pear notes. So what do? I'll do like when Bennett's peaches are out, and I'll grill them and with some burrata, and you're gonna get the notes from the pear, from the peach, from your wine, and then eating the peach also. So it works together. There's stuff that like our Barbera d'Asti, that's the northern part again of Italy, and that's known for truffles and mushrooms, and it's not red sauce. So what I would do is do like a sausage risotto with mushrooms. Would go really well with that one too.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Well, now I'm hungry at 6:30 in the morning, so that's fine. But
I could have cooked, but I didn't see a kitchen. No.
we didn't bring that today. Maybe another time.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
I do have to ask. Earlier that you had mentioned about your nonprofit as well. If you just want to touch on that as we do wind down
Sure.
on time and
This is great because I'm not busy enough. We started a 501c3. It's called Paul Cares, and we help kids in the culinary and the musical arts. So we have a venue in Lewis, but on the western side of Lewis, it's about 2 miles from Acme. It's called the Room at Cedar Grove, and we had a famous musician just play there recently. You might know him.
I've heard of him.
Yeah.
I've heard.
Brian Clark. That's what
Yeah.
it is.
I wonder if we're related. That is my dad, by the way.
Yeah, he just played a sold-out show. We had 5 shows this week, which is incredible. So all the money that goes into the concerts, whether it's ticket sales or liquor sales or food or whatever it is, all goes to our nonprofit. So it's run completely by the nonprofit.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
We've helped some great people out in the high schools, like the Cape High School band. We sent them to Rochester because they needed transportation and rooms to do a competition. And then we have our chef Mitchell, who was working in our kitchen but was going to Del Tech. We sent him to Italy with his class. And then he just recently got accepted and started his first semester at Johnson & Wales, which is one of the best food food colleges out there. So yeah, just trying to help the community. For me, just paying it forward. I've been lucky enough to do what I did like with Bad Company, and then what I do now. That it's time for me to help whoever I can follow their dreams. So
absolutely, and we love that. We're all about supporting our youth here.
Yes.
And so, where do people go for information about that, your wines, and everything else about
so
you?
paulcullen.rocks. It's actually a URL .rocks ROCKS. You can go on there, and then there's links to go to Paul Cares, tickets for the Room at Cedar Grove. We have probably about 15 to 20 concerts a month there.
Okay.
And we bring people in from all over the country, and then local and regional people also. So paulcullen.rocks, and has all the links. You can buy my wine online outside of our area, which is really cool too. We ship to 43 states.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
You guys get your wine around.
Yeah,
I love
exactly.
it.
Yeah, that's the plan, anyways.
Absolutely. Well, all that information will also be on our website, his link, and all of these pairings. So definitely get your wine for Thanksgiving. I think we'll all need a little bit of wine.
Oh yeah,
after
for
the
sure.
show.
Especially when you got to go family to family, right?
Oh yes. Oh, amen to that. Thank you again for joining us
you.
this morning and telling us just a little bit about what you do.
Thanks for having me. It's awesome.
Absolutely.
Love it.
Yeah.